remember that chick that we ran across yesterday? And I can't even remember like how we ran across. Oh, that's right. We were looking on that other prisoner visiting website that I used to use.
Hey, you know what you can do for me, man? I was supposed to be getting married 6 months from now to Kaylee Kokos of The Big Bang Theory, man. Can you pull up her profile and send her a message and tell her where I'm at? Tell her I apologize for cussing her out, that I had to cuss her out because I knew I was about to come to jail and I didn't want her to be a part of it. Can you get in touch with her for me and let her know that?
Hold on, say that one more time. You said you were about to marry the girl from Big Bang Theory? You remember the girl that messaged us through the other girl's account? Well, I would end up messaging her last night. She would message me back today. And when I tell you that her story is effed up, she got a pretty effed up story. Not sure how much of it to believe or not, but, you know, we're going to get up into it right this second. We'll also share her picture too. That way you guys can see her, because this is somebody that I would like to try to help get some pen pal support. Her name was Diamond, if you guys remember. And I found an even better picture of Diamond. You remember we went and we looked at her Facebook page and we found a couple of pictures of her. One of them, she was working on a car. You remember that? Well, I found her damn mugshot. So let me go ahead and get that. Oh, well, here was her right here anyways. There was the chick right there. But I'm about to change that image because I'm going to show you her mugshot instead. This is Diamond with an E at the end. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen a white woman named Diamond, just to be honest. And I hate to make it racial right here, but when I went on Facebook and tried to find her Facebook page, because she asked us to do so in the message that she sent through the other girl, every diamond that popped up was a black stripper. That's probably horrible to say. She was working on the totaled car. Yes, Derek fell in love. All right, this is Diamond with an E on the end of it. Let me share with you the message thread. And folks, this shit is diabolical. Okay, my message to her was short and sweet. I just said, hey, I saw your message sent through the other woman. Hope to get to know you a bit. What are you in for? How much time do you have? How does visitation work? I like to get to know people serving time and hear what their experience is like. And try to help them find some support if possible. I came on about as strong as you possibly could. McCadre says she looks like someone you need to keep your dogs away from. Folks, when I read you her story, I hope that you eat a bit of crow, being so mean-spirited here. Let's go to her message, and it's long, folks. It's a book. She says, I have 2 felony drug charges, a Class X felony, possession with intent to deliver, a Class 1 felony, possession of 15 to 100 grams of a controlled substance. My minimum is 6 years and my maximum is 30 years. Folks, did you hear that? She said her minimum is 6 years and her max is a 30 piece. This Tuesday, July the 15th, I am being offered a 10-year plea deal, but I'm not going to take it. 1, because I had nothing in my possession. The drugs and the money were found on my co-defendant. Who do you think her co-defendant was? Her boyfriend, that's right. 2, these were my first felony charges ever. What? What's that country guy that wears the cowboy hat to be doing the reaction to the suspect videos? He'd be like, what? Yeah, that's what I want to say when I hear that. She says she's offered a 10-piece on her first felony charges ever. God dang. 3, I was the method of contact with the informant. What does that even mean? She says she was the method of contact with the informant, and I was talking to him on my phone, so I was also arrested when the informant set us up. How was that helpful to her, actually? That's the third point that she wanted to bring up as to why she doesn't want to take this 10-year plea. She says, I was the method of contact with the informant, and I was talking to him on the phone, so I was also arrested when the informant set us up. It kind of sounds like she was working with the informant, too. I really wish that I could fight my case, but I have no way to hire an attorney or access my own money in the bank. So, you know, when you hear this, and I hate to say this, you got to be skeptical, right? Oh, God, we need an attorney. How much money do you need? But then she talked about she got money in her bank. So let's summarize thus far. She got hit with, I guess, the worst felonies that you could get hit with. She's got a minimum of 6 years and a maximum of 30 years. She says she's never had a felony before. That's a pretty egregious sentencing guideline for somebody without a criminal history. I'm just going to be honest with you. She's being offered 10 years on Tuesday, but she's not going to take it. Yo, I kind of want to tell her don't do anything stupid. What you mean you're not going to take it? But you know what's crazy is they offered me 10, kind of, and I didn't take it, and I ended up with 7.5. I beat a DB Cooper to that money bag. She also said she was the method of contact with the informant. I was talking to him on the phone when we were arrested, and the informant set us up. I don't understand that statement at all, what she's really trying to say there. She wants to fight the case, but she's got no way to hire a lawyer or access the money from her bank. And let me tell you something, man. We ain't even gotten to the goods yet, okay? Because when we get through this, you might actually feel bad. I got nobody trustworthy on the outside. My family is all gone. My dad is all I got left, and he is on his deathbed. My co-defendant is now my ex-boyfriend. I just found out that he is going to testify against me if I go to trial and blame it all on me somehow. Yo, I want to get the boyfriend on the line. I'm trying to turn this shit into freaking Montel Williams. I'm trying to turn this shit into Jerry Springer, except pre-trial. We've got your boyfriend backstage. Let's go ahead and bring him on out. Here's Michael. And I'm making jokes. I'm a piece of shit. I just found out that he's going to testify against me if I go to trial and try to blame it all on me somehow. I want to find out who he is. I want to bark at him through the internet a little bit. You piece of shit. My heart is broken because I would never do something like that to him, even after finding out about what he is doing. So all I can do is hope that I'm offered a plea deal that I'm willing to take. But I have 4 babies that need me because, as I stated previously, I have no family to help, and they are now a part of the system in foster care. If this is all true, whose car are we going to take? Is all I'm saying. I cannot believe this man is willing to sit here like this and try to turn on me to save himself. Oh, I can. People ain't shit. A part of me believes this. You're in active methamphetamine addiction and love. But what's love really when the authorities get involved? It's every man for themselves. And she's probably a good person, but he ain't. I wonder what they're coming at him with. If he's the one that get caught with the dope, that's the crazy thing that don't make sense to me. This is why I'm already starting to kind of sift through this gold sifter right here. And I ain't seeing no nuggets. I'm seeing cat turds in the bottom of this. Hold on. You saying that if you go to trial, he going to turn on you, but he the one that got caught with the dope, though. How that making sense? Love Island prison style. You better bet it, Redskin Chris. I've tried to Google her. There's nothing that comes up. All I found was the mugshot. There's no news story about this that I could find. I cut off everybody in my life to make him feel more secure, and now I am all alone and I have nothing. And he has not even cared to try and get me help or taken care of at all. Here's the other thing that seems very suspicious to me, what she's getting ready to say right here. I've been in jail for 2 months now, with no visits, and I can really only message on Saturday because we get free message on Saturdays. We get a free message on Saturdays. I'm hearing a lot of Cash App alerts, proverbially, if you get my drift. What are you trying to tell me? You can't afford to hire a lawyer. You can only message me on Saturday because the messages are free. Some kind of a way I need to get in contact with the guy because I guarantee you his story is going to be quite a bit different than hers. But I do believe that there's probably quite a bit of truth to this. But I got to imagine that there's probably quite a bit of bullshit to this as well, too. Y'all got set up by an informant. I mean, this sounds like some big time Vic Mackey, unbelievable throwback right there. Vic Mackey in The Shield type shit. Y'all remember that show? The Shield? You talk about all this that took place and you've only been in jail for 2 months and you about to go take a plea deal on Tuesday? What did you request, a speedy trial? I'm just saying. In a big time case that involves 10 years or more, a maximum of 30, you ain't getting up in the court. I just can't see it being 2 months and you're already going to get damn near sentenced or to take a plea deal. I don't know if I believe that. I mean, maybe they are trying to rush people through the court system quicker these days. I know that when I was dealing with my case, it took over a year before I went to trial or even took a plea deal. Jason says they picked her up in the engine bay of the Suburban. That is crazy. We've got a picture of this young lady. I say young lady. But she's, I think, 31. She ain't old. Let's go ahead and pull up a different picture of her. Let's get the engine bay picture right here. All right, so free messages on Saturday. How old are you? Do you have any kids? Are you married? I am happy to just have someone to chat with and to give me something to look forward to when I am so alone in the world. Can you send me a picture of yourself? I wish I could send you a picture of me, but since I have nobody, that means no one has been able to send me pictures of myself either. But if you look me up, my name is Diamonde. It says that I live in where she lives at. I'm a blonde girl, 31. Profile picture is of me flipping off the camera. That was that first picture that we showed. And if you're able to scroll through there, you'll see that I am a car guy and work on my own vehicles myself. Well, I used to. I lost literally everything, all caps, when I was arrested. Everything I own except for the clothes on my back. But I'm going to lose those as soon as I'm sent to prison. I don't even have anybody to pick up my personal items within 30 days before the jail throws them away. Lady, if you're worried about the jail disposing of your clothes after 30 days, your priorities are in the wrong damn spot. You got bigger fish to fry. And you know what I think I'm going to message her back and tell her? T-I-estify, 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 because that's all that's going to save you. I mean, hey, yo, I feel for you. Man, I just made that shit up. You know what's crazy is me and my son's 2 years old. I'll make up songs and I'll just sing them to him on the way to school. I got a couple of songs that I sing to him that we actually have kind of coined our own little song. So now he's making up songs. And I love that for him. T-I-estify, T-I. You know, there's only two types of people in a situation like she's in. Those that told. Go ahead and finish that statement for me. Those that told and those that wish they told. My story is definitely a sad one, and I usually try to stay humble because I know there are good people in the world that are in far worse situations than I am, but it's really hard to remember that nowadays. Are you a felon too or no? If so, what's your story? If not, would you like to share your story of how you got into reaching out to incarcerated people? I am blushing reading that because if she only knew what we was doing right now. What made you want to help? I feel like I've sent a lot of information for you to process already, so I'll end that here with love all the way from where she is. Diamond E. It's pronounced diamond, though. The E is silent. I wonder why her parents put the E on the end of that. Did they want that shit to sound French? Diamond. Oh, yeah, and then she talks about the visits, and this is the craziest part. If you want to set up a video visit with me, I have to do so through a totally different thing that I've never even freaking heard of. And she says that it is $15 for a 30-minute visit. Or if you want to send me your phone number, I could just call you first if you were more comfortable with that. I'm fine either way, really. She gives me the information on how to set up the phone account. It's about $4 for a 15-minute call. Shorty's in freaking Dubai or some shit because obviously they're still ream-rodding folks out where she's at for calls and visits. So anyways, that's her story right there. You know, I hate it for her. I did, crack a couple of jokes on this thing, but ultimately it's sad to know if she lost her children. I mean, that's a really unfortunate situation. It's a really unfortunate situation that she found herself in the situation that she was in, running around with a meth addict, probably boyfriend. She was probably getting high too. The kids were probably already in a not so great situation to start. But even with all of that, if somebody's interested in writing to this lady, hit me up. Everybody needs somebody to be able to talk to. And I want to encourage that as well too. Like, do it. Be a pen pal to her.